All right. Intro music. Not working at the moment. Don't overthink it. How you doing? There's the one. How we doing? Welcome in. Welcome back. Dead on Dave, new season. Now, let's see if you notice anything new, anything different, aside from the core. It's Blossom. Blossom's here. How you doing? Welcome back at the Blossom. Probably the person you weren't expecting to see at this moment. So basically, we decided to start a brand new show called Reconcilable Differences.
Yes, and it's going to be like once a week.
It's going to be once a week. And the thing is, so basically, what you guys may not realize by now is, we did break up, but we got back together, and we decided that it was time to start a show.
Yes.
It was time to start a show where we could talk about and what you got there?
I was trying to
What you got there?
Not loud about it, but you know.
What you got? Oh, shit. Look at that.
Some Wendy's.
I think it's worth the toast.
Yeah.
So, look, we're here. We're back. We've got a multi-camera setup.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you. Camera 2, camera 1. Camera 2, camera 1. So, look, this has actually been something that we've been wanting to do for a while. We were planning on doing more shows together before Thanksgiving happened.
Yes, I know. We broke up. That was sad.
It was sad. It was quite the thing. It was the Thanksgiving event of the season, apparently. Put me right in the middle of the
we had
the
a horrible Thanksgiving.
What a terrible. First and foremost, so as interesting as it was being a news story for a change, because I mean, 14 years, it's very rare that I'm a freaking story. So there was that, and then just having the worst holiday, just the fucking
it
worst.
was really bad and depressing.
Holiday. It was a tough situation. Like I was just about that. We were about to decorate the tree, everything.
Whose fault was it?
Oh. Oh, that's a trap.
I'm just kidding.
Bar shit right there. It's a trap. That's a trap. Shit, the internet's. I'll blame the internet for 500, Alex. The reality is, if I'm being honest, it was both of our faults. More mine than yours, if it makes you feel any better. But it was both of our faults.
So here's the thing. The only dangerous thing about this is that this is a live stream, and I do not have the best track record when it comes to... I'm more video edit than post. I am not live streams. It's something I got to get used to because... You know, I have a hard time editing my words, so I'm going to try my best to edit my words and choose my words very carefully. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing about this community. You don't always have to until you do. Until you do. So that was the thing. So basically, when we started dating, we had an incident on air. Happened from an on-air incident. So, I mean, basically it started there. We never really addressed everything that happened fully. And I think over time that kind of just got a little worse. And it's not even that we had a lot of issues when it came to this. It was just whenever we did, it was the same fight. It was the same issue.
Yeah, there was always like one big elephant in the room.
Yeah.
But
from the first situation back in April, March. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just kind of, we never fully talked about things, and we didn't really get our communication right. And that's it. You know, when you don't communicate properly, it kind of just screws everything up. So then we have fast forward a little bit to around Thanksgiving. You know, I do a stream, we have a situation, and we decided to call it quits.
Yeah.
It didn't take us long to realize that really wasn't going to work.
Actually, we went to therapy, though.
We did. But I mean, we started talking... You know, for a few days we started talking, and we started talking a little bit more. Because to me, we were building a life. You know, we had a life. We had a whole bunch of stuff we were doing. We had shows. We were invested. We got a lot of equipment. As you can see, look at this new set. Look at the new set. I'm just saying.
It's still a work in progress.
Progress, always. So it's it's always interesting to think about when you're moving forward. So I totally lost my train of thought.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, yeah. So when we decided to stay together, we went to therapy, talked to therapists, got all that together, started working on our communication. Then we started doing some other projects together and realized that this channel, talking about all the things that we want to talk about just makes more sense to always do it together. So Reconcilable Differences was born.
And right, yeah, it's not your whole channel. It's just like once a week.
Once a week. So basically, I'm bringing back some shows. I'm bringing back gaming to this channel, and this will be part of it. This is going to be the Sunday show we're going to do every week. We're going to talk about everything that's going on, whatever really just tickles our fancy. If it's something interesting, whatever is just going on at the moment. It really could be just about anything, and we will take some calls, some guests at times as well. We're still
and I
working
don't
on some of the
mind
kinks.
the calls, but I don't want to do this thing, at least today. I definitely don't want to do this thing where I'm like talking to someone for forever. Like, you know how you talk to people forever on here?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to.
You don't want to take too many calls. By the way, we need to autofocus, I think. We need to press on our faces or something.
Oh, really? Okay. Hold on. I'll do it.
Go to the other camera there. Look at that, multi-angles. So, hey, what's going on, chat? I see you guys as we're fixing the angale there, or the... What's up, buddy? How you doing there, Trippy? Fake, Rod Ellis. Yeah, so we're setting up, we're getting all the audio and everything in line, so just bear with us on all of that. And hopefully, oh yeah, that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, this has been in the works for a little bit, and finally able to get this on the air. So it's been fun to kind of get this from concept, because it was something we were talking about before the breakup. So why did you break up with me? Was it because they made fun of Wendy's chili? Because I've always
that was part of it.
Like
I mean, everyone ruined Wendy's chilies for me for a bit. It wasn't that long, for like a week, and that was fine again. But still, it was ruined for a week, okay? But yeah, like honestly, at the end of the day, we worked out our crap, and that's that, really.
And that's why we're able to do this show, because now we can talk about stuff a little bit easier. Yeah, I think for a while we just avoided it. We avoided anything that was about it. If it was something that made us uncomfortable when it came to something somebody said, you were feeling that you couldn't say anything.
I felt like I was stepping on freaking eggshells. So when I heard, I was like, wait, I feel protected, or people feel like wait, what? I feel like I felt like I was stepping on freaking eggshells. So I was like, say what? Because I didn't get that.
That's like
memo.
the worst thing for you.
Yeah.
Like when you feel like you can't talk or you can't, and it doesn't matter what situation. I totally understood where you're coming from, because you don't want to be a problem. You saw everything that I already had going on, and then any type of issue felt like it would be too much. I get it. I totally get it. But that's the thing. We all say, and that's something I kind of wanted to address too. Man, no one seems to be having fun anymore. I'm really hoping that this show will allow some fucking fun to be had.
Yeah, because I'm going to say not everything, like, I was about to say, I'm going to say what I want.
Yeah, don't worry. The last 10 minutes will be dedicated to who's racist in the community. That'll be the last 10 minutes of the show.
Don't worry. Okay. I have some questions also for Dave, as he has some questions for me. So I definitely will be asking, it's a live stream. So whatever happens, happens. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So they're saying that it's still out of focus.
Really?
Yeah, that bothers me. I don't feel
Well,
like
then let's do you want to just do the main
camera too? That is the main camera.
Or how about
There's
we
camera
just
two.
do
Camera 2 looks great. Camera 2. Camera 2.
Ew, I hate camera 2.
You hate camera 2.
All right, hold on. Hold on, let me.
She hates camera 2, boys. The funny thing is camera 1's the better camera.
Let's do this.
What are we doing?
I'm just going to move it.
Oh, watch the cables. Watch the cables. You get.
Okay, I see.
No, you take that one around. You're wrapped. No. No, boy. technical difficulties. See, a better host would switch, oh, that's to an empty seat. This is the empty chair cam. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Loss will be back in just a moment. Camera 2 looks great. Camera 1 is focused on too far ahead of you. No. Can you push the... It's not doing the autofocus. Yeah, it's doing the best that it can. All right, so that's fine. It is the first episode. Bear with us. We knew there was going to be some kinks to work out. Totally fine. What's going on, Chad? Good to see you. Rod Ellis, nice to see you. No, I don't think it's the lighting. I think that this camera gives us a little bit of fits with some things. You missed Circle Dave. What's up there, Toxic? Good to see you, Trippy. Nice to see you, Fairy Floss. Christina Vina, how you doing, Blue Jay? Nice to see all kinds of people, old and new. Been doing the gaming. We've been really rocking the gaming out. It's been a lot of fun. Twitch has been dying, so bringing stuff back over here has been good. We've been doing the wrestling, and it's so we've been building the shows and getting ready to bring back some Dead on Dave lives. It's going to be mainly wrestling focused. I'm going to save a lot of the drama topics for here. Whatever's going on in the community that we decided to talk about and bullshit about, we're going to do that here. And again, I'm hoping that we're going to really just be able to have fun with this and just enjoy, just talking again. My God, it feels like everybody's so focused on every word that everybody is saying that nobody's really able to have any fun anymore. So hopefully that's going to change a little bit, as it always has. Maybe a little bit more this way to capture you. There you go. Beautiful. Welcome back in, my wonderful, beautiful co-host.
All right, well, we'll fix it later.
We'll fix it later. We'll get there. And this first episode is not sponsored by Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Their show is pretty good.
That was the first thing that they did. They ruined Wendy's for you.
Yeah, for a full week, I did not have chili.
So did you think we weren't going to get back together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were done. You broke up with me we broke up on, that's another thing. I kept freaking fumbling that. Just the words I always end up using, but we break up on Thanksgiving, which was, not the funnest thing.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was bad. It was.
Yeah, it was. But we were able to get past it, which was the best part of it. So what from that was most surprising, like going afterwards, as far as like, were you surprised that people gave a crap?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was like, but there's nothing going on. Like there's nothing, that's all that says, you know what I mean? There was nothing going on.
And it's when you make any type of enemy, it's whatever you do is always going to be important. It's always going to be important. So with that being said, it's like part of what we want to do here is just be able to talk about some of the
but to be very clear, it wasn't about like,
it wasn't about them.
Yeah, it was never really about the online people. It was about you and me. So
100%. I mean, like it had nothing to do with them. Had everything to do with how you and I were interacting with them and with just online, and then talking about it afterwards. Stuff we were saying, stuff we weren't saying, and just not really being on the same page with a lot of it. So, but sometimes you have to go through it to go through it. So that was, I don't honestly, as much as it sucked, as cringe as it was, I think we came better out the other side.
Yeah. All I can think back is that crazy, horribly lit Christmas tree.
You leave me standing there with a damn half-done Christmas tree. I got like a bare tree.
It was horribly lit.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I just threw lights on there. I was like, just come back and fix the tree. It's like, maybe if I do the tree really bad, just come back and help me with the tree.
Oh, it was funny and horrible. But anyways.
Yeah. So let's jump right into some of the things that we've seen. So when all of that happens, we a whole bunch of people comment, and then what I've seen from that point on is the emphasis on the spurg, the spurg world.
What? Okay, what is a spurg?
Well, I can give you a perfect example.
Okay.
So remember when we had the breakup?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we remember. And I went online and tried to like damage I tried to damage control stuff. Look, I don't get into these things. I have done a very good job of not having fucking drama. This one, now I have drama. So I'm like, all right, what do I do? Everything I was doing was just not the right thing. So I was just, damage control. So when I went and did that, that is definitely a form of spurging. There's no question. When you go on and sometimes just saying too much, sometimes it's just being somebody who is freaking out, making a big deal out of nothing, going extra for no freaking reason, just being that extra pain in the ass, making a fool out of themselves.
Wait, I don't
extra
feel like
emotional.
I was a spurg. If
No,
that's the definition of a spurg.
Well, no, we've all had spurg moments. Now, I had my spurg moment. Now, that doesn't define me. I ain't no mother friggin' spurg, but I had a spurg moment. But now it's like that's the and even before that happened, I would say for a while it was the focus on the spurg community. Anything that was going on that was either by a spurg or then covered by spurgs.
By a spurg.
Oh my God!
Covered by a spurg.
For spurgs by spurgs.
Can we like get another name for this? I don't understand.
You don't like spurg?
It sounds like sperm. Like I just
well, no, you got spooge for sperm. Spooge is already there.
It sounds weird. A spurg.
Spurg. Like
oh, it's a sperm.
Stop spurging. Spaz was spaz better. Spaz would work.
What about the? Can we just stay away from
Why?
Like it just sounds weird.
Well, you can't use freak. Freak would be a good one. I think freak. I think people would be okay with.
Well,
look at these freaks, but you can't. They took freak from us. Now we can't use freak anymore. Let you freak frat.
So
freak flag fly. God, alliteration's hard.
According to your definition, you were a spurg.
That day, yes.
Okay.
I had a moment of spurg.
Wait, me blocking people, is that spurg?
Yes. That is spurg-like activity.
Spurg-esque?
It's spurg adjacent, yeah, at the very least.
Oh.
It's spurg-like activity. So that's definitely something that is on the spurg checklist. If you're blocking people that you don't necessarily by perception need to be blocking, or if you're going the extra mile to and especially if you've been somebody who has been a non-blocking person, which by the way is not her.
I disagree.
Well, you block though. That's what you do.
Yeah, I honestly disagree because I feel like, honestly, before shit even hit the fan, all it took was for me to go to like 3 people that's in the community and then look under the likes, block. And it'll take like 5 minutes and I was done.
You block.
And then everybody's like, oh, she blocked the community. Well, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry if those likes were, it just took me 3 people and then I just went under and I went block.
I mean, and now, so sometimes the reasons why somebody will block somebody is also reason to call them a spurg. Now you block people just so you don't have to hear it. Just I'm done. When you're done with the situation, you just bye.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt, and then I thought, oh, can I mention this? Oh, I'm on live.
Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna mention it. So
oh boy.
No, it's not that bad. I promise you it's not that bad.
Hang on to your butts.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But I thought it was then like spurg-esque for the person that blocked you because I blocked everybody. Can I say the name?
Oh, yeah. Who did that?
D-Max.
Okay.
So I thought that was,
definitely a spurg moment.
But I thought that was funny because like he made it seem like, you know, I don't even know this person. And he made it seem like, oh my God, he took it so personal. I'm like,
so
tell me more about it.
So like, here's where things get messy.
I'm like, tell me more about it. Like, really, did I hurt your feelings? Like, I mean, geez.
Now when you, now people who are not necessarily spurgs, who want to try to make fun of spurgs, will try to do something that a spurg will do to somebody else to try to make a point. That's what I think he was trying to do by blocking me because you blocked him. I have no clue. I thought it was fucking lame.
I thought I'd cry about it.
I thought
that's
it was
what
lame.
I thought.
But it just is what it is on that. And yeah, that's definitely a spurg move. But it really... it comes down to the motivations at the end of the day. You can't see in the heart. But I think at the moment, I mean, because we're always in the court of public opinion, I think that would be a popular opinion at the moment. I think that you'll be in the pro D-Max spurg category. I think he's in the spurg category at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't been following everything that's been going on. It's been actually really nice not following shit, just kind of working. I've become Bruce Springsteen. I'm just the everyman now. It's great.
I've been in Housewives lately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I
Potomac.
got a thyroidectomy a few
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
Yes, you did. You're talking about that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm not getting all into it. I got my thyroid removed. And so, yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
It's nice. That was good to get through. It was another reason why I was glad just to be there for you, because that's not an easy thing to go through. But onward and upward, right?
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, no one cares.
Like shit and syphilis, Dave.
Next topic.
Next topic. So what about that situation do you want to wrap up with? Is there anything you want to kind of leave in the dirt there?
About what?
Anything from Thanksgiving? Anything that anything about spurgs? Anything that you may have learned from that? Anything at all that just was interesting? This is the good moment for that.
Well, I got a few things wrong, but it's all because I should have just asked you, but I was trying to stay out of everything. I didn't want to be like, hey, like, you know, what did so-and-so say?
I'm glad you said that.
And so-and-so say, and I didn't want to do all that. And I should have, had I just been like, hey, Dave, did so-and-so say this or yada, 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 then I wouldn't have done the whole Twitter thing. But other than that, like...
It's funny, and I'm really glad that you said that, because with that incident happen, I really appreciated the lengths that you went to keep me out of shit. Like, you could have, like, you.
But now I regret it. I should have just asked you.
Yeah, that was part of the problem, though. That's exactly why all that had to happen, because we were gun shy from the first incident, and then you and I both reacted so. That pendulum ways that we wouldn't even ask each other a question that would save each other grief, because we didn't want to possibly compromise the other.
Right.
Like, you can't live like that.
Yeah.
Not when you're both creators. You can't. It's hard.
Like, we're nobodies, but...
Well, it doesn't matter if the size and shit. Creator's a creator.
Okay.
Create a comic book and that's read by one or read by a million. You're still created that comic book.
Okay.
She hates that word. Don't glorify the word. What's going on, chat? Good to see you guys. So hopefully you're going to be on this journey with us. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things, past, present, future, all of it. So just buckle up, buttercups. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be taking calls. This one, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take calls on this first one. I'm having a little bit of problems with the setup there. But we've got ambitious with the multiple.
I would have loved to take calls.
We're definitely gonna. If I could have got it to work, I would take them right now. Maybe I can still. I don't know. Let me see here. Maybe I can. So what are some of the things that you felt that you got? You said you got some stuff wrong. What did you feel you got wrong?
Well, damn.
I just need to tap dance while I look at the audio settings. So I thought I'd let you answer something difficult while I do that.
I don't know. Like, honestly, we talked about this in therapy months ago, and we're in March now. So I just know when the drama went down, when I was covering a story, we got a few things wrong, and I could have just asked you.
Yeah.
And I tried to go through every single loop and try to, and I was also talking to other people who were involved in the situation. So then I was like, okay, asking permission to use screenshots and things like that. So I just wish I would have just asked you, like, hey, but I didn't want you to be involved. But it was stupid anyways, because you were still involved. So the whole thing was just stupid, and I should have just asked you.
Yeah, I mean, no matter, that really was a damned if you do, damned if you didn't situation. And I don't even like that. I appreciate all the Dave's in an impossible situation. I do. But sometimes you just got to fucking go through it. Boo-hoo. You can't really complain about it too much. That's why you're not going to hear me say, like, I get it. I was in a tough spot. But it doesn't really matter. You got to fucking find a way through. And that's where therapy and just communicating and talking shit out and getting to a point where we're now comfortable to be able to just talk about stuff. We can talk about anything on air, which is a lot more relaxing. I enjoy this vibe. Maybe it's just the ambiance, you know, so.
Yeah. It's aesthetically pleasing.
It's just the ambiance, you know, so.
But
yeah,
it's okay if you can't get it to work. It's fine.
I think we might be okay. But I won't be able to know until I actually take somebody in there.
Okay.
So,
well, it's all good.
Towards the end, we'll try to take a couple calls. God, Jesus. No. So, glad to see you again. What's up, Rebecca? Good to see you. Black Rose, Top Tomato, all kinds of people. They have pills for that day. Yes, men of a certain age. And all that Trump.
Oh, I am.
So, what would you like to talk about? Lord knows there is a ton of things.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
So this is a Nicholas DeOrio question.
Oh, God.
Of course I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
So do you think when he sent out that tweet and he misspelled that word, was that intentional? Or do you think he was being like racist?
I don't know. I mean, to even talk about that, you got to talk about what happened with it, like the first tweet where you responded to that, when he was under a different account and everything. So I mean, the best answer that I can give is I don't know. And
let me give you some context too, though.
Yeah.
So my friend Udoka, she was sending me messages or sending me screenshots, and she was like, oh, this person is saying this or whatever. And I didn't know because I wasn't on Twitter. I had blocked everybody, so I didn't know anything anyway. So I was just like, yada, yada, yada. And I saw this, and I forgot what it said, but it said something like, oh, she needs to learn her place. So I see the first screenshot of it through text message. And mind you, didn't know it was Nick, because from my understanding, I was like, he has 2 Twitter accounts.
So wait, real quick. So throughout the course of this fucking thing, right? She goes to me at one point and she goes, what the fuck's a Bunty King? And I'm like, oh, she doesn't know the lore. So I had to tell her some of the Bunty King lore and how Nick got that. We'll call it a war trophy. We'll call that thing a fucking war trophy. So it was she had no idea that it was even him. So explaining you something more was funny.
I didn't. So, and I was on the phone with my mom, and so I'm reading this screenshot from Udoka. She's like sending me screenshots and stuff, and then I'm on the phone with my mom, and then she was like, oh, learn your place. Is he talking about the back of the bus? I was like, you know what? Let's write that. The back of the bus. Okay, let's do that. But that's as far as the thought went to a username that I didn't even think I knew. I thought it was just a random, username. So I just.
So when did you find out that it was him? Was that on my stream when you found that out?
When. It was, when...
That's when you found out that was even him? Was okay,
yeah,
so you didn't even know that it was him.
I didn't know. And so I was so confused, and I was like, what is he talking about?
And that one I didn't take seriously. I really, because that was just kind of a standard Nick tweet, and I understood what he was trying to say with it because he was referencing me in the tweet. So I understood it to a degree. I don't agree that you needed to learn your place. I think that everybody needed to find a place where it didn't affect me. And mind you,
my thoughts still remain the same. Now, would I have probably posted it? Maybe I wouldn't have posted it. That's my thing. I probably would have posted it if I didn't know you, but knowing, what happened in May, I wouldn't have posted it. So all my feelings and thoughts would have remained the same, but I wouldn't have posted it.
I mean, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. So I understand that. So just like it was to me, it was funny because I saw so many reactions to that tweet, just trying to correct you that it wasn't racist, it was misogynist and all that type. And the reason why it was funny to me in the first place is because none of that shit to me is serious. I'm not trying, at least not on my show.
And I didn't understand why that one was getting a lot of views on Twitter. I was like, what? is going on?
Why is
I was
Bunty
like,
King so
and
popular?
I didn't even tag the person because I didn't know like the person. I'm like, why is this getting? I was like, okay, whatever.
So
But
then,
yeah.
so then the second one, that's the okay. So first and foremost, I would like to say that as long that I've known Nick, I would like to think that he would not openly try to make a racist remark. I would like to think that. That's as long as I've known him, I've never with an intention of being a racist. I would not put him on that hand. That being said, the misspelling of the word bite, where the only definition of it has the connotation that it does in a tweet where you're talking about that if you were going to have a racist comment that it would be really clever, and then to have a clever spelling that like maybe 30%, 20% people even caught. I'm still always going to lean towards the benefit, but it's like if you're intending to be edgy, it's all bets are off, because that's the world that we play in. That's the playground that I've always accepted. So part of non-judgment is that's the rules I've always played by. If I'm going to make jokes, I'm not going to judge other people's jokes, because once I start judging other people's jokes, I can't make my jokes. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know. To me, that's truth. I can't do it if I'm feeling like I'm judging others and then that people are telling me what I can't say. It's just like that's all you're doing. Then.
Right.
So I try to avoid that.
It's so funny.
What's that?
You look funny in the housewives hat.
Most people don't even know it's
wearing
housewives.
Yes, you are. You're wearing the housewives namaste.
I am. BravoCon, man. I got this at BravoCon.
Oh, I could say bitches. Namaste, bitches.
Namaste, bitches. On this, because we don't care about the yellow here. You can say whatever you want here. I don't care about the yellow.
I care about yellow
I
dollar
don't,
signs.
because you know why? Because Teddy bringing the mother friggin' pain. Thank you for the $4.99 in Super Chat. Catch 33 is not how I remember. Shut the hell up, Teddy, you freaking jackass. Blue Jay, I'm going to be lurking. I'm playing The Sims 3. Okay, have fun. Dave, I believe I remember Nick saying that he didn't know. I mean, and that's good enough for me. But I'm not the one that, like I can understand how you're going to take it. And so at the end of the day, that's always the line you have to walk. If you're gonna have a remark like that, or if you might have to deal with somebody feeling that way, and I totally get that. So, what did you feel about it? How did you feel that it was with intent?
Well, I don't know. When you add, like, you would say it clever. When you put that addition to it, that if you were going to be racist, then you would say it in a clever way. To me, you're kind of like telling on yourself. But, to each their own. Is it possible that it was a mistake? Of course it's possible. Anything is possible. So,
yeah. That's probably about as good as you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's my answer.
And, it's probably the best answer, because at the end of the day, who gives a shit? That's where with this type of stuff, that's where I'm gonna try and just continue to be. Make your jokes and move the fuck on. I'm glad to see you happy, buddy. Always happy, man. I mean, like, that's the thing. That was another part of it too. I wasn't used to the internet having an effect on like any of my happiness. And it's not really the internet at the end of the day. Like I said, it's how you deal with it, but I've never had that. So it was having that new experience was something I was glad that we were able to resolve. And I needed a chance to be able to focus on so many other things. I got so much stuff happening at the shop right now. God, man, if you guys have been checking out some of the things I've been posting there, it's been I'm selling shoes, like $1,000 days selling shoes.
I know. How does it feel not sharing your life?
Yeah.
Like everything. I remember when we first started dating.
Oh my God.
I got into an accident, and my friend's messaging me, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, how do you know I got into a car accident? And then, of course, you post it on Twitter, and I'm like,
you're a very private person.
I am a very private person.
You're with key details. Like, you'll talk about stuff, but I mean, like, you're a private person when it comes to things that I would consider things that you do share.
Here's the thing. I have a vlog channel, so how private am I? But I'm still private. You know what I mean? Like, because I choose what you want to share.
So for me, the way I've lived since I started on specifically YouTube was, unless it was something really bad, something really personal, involved family members or people that weren't public figures, I would pretty much talk about it because it's all content. It's your life, your brand.
No, I know you're but you're, you're very just like a,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you guys that. And like an accident, you got to post that. That's good likes. That gets all kinds of likes. Oh, sympathies and all kinds. That's what you do. You got to work the system, get that algorithm in those likes. Accidents are great for likes. Great for likes. But you weren't always a big fan of me, of the overshadowing. No, because everybody knew things before she even had a chance to know things. So, and the thing is too, once life starts to not be fun, I withdraw. Like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do whatever. I spent too many years in misery and pain to allow too much time to be in misery and of any kind. So, came from next week just now. What's that? They say stuff about all women commentary. Their friends included. Everybody has. That's the thing, and that's why I'm not ever gonna really go through that line of you're not gonna see that. I'm not gonna criticize something that I can't have full context of. So I totally it's a coin flip when it comes to that shit. Dave, I believe, yeah. All right. So where else will we on there?
I don't know. I don't think people care. I don't think people care.
No. So what else we got there?
Vanessa Hudgens is pregnant.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I love Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, I know.
And she is, this is her first kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming.
I'm excited about that.
That's a beautiful woman too.
I wish I had some more deep questions for you. I really don't though.
I can throw some at you.
You're an open book.
I am. I really am pretty much. I'll answer anything if you ask it. And what bothers you, I think, more is that I don't care. Like I don't.
What?
Like you say it all the time. I got a very let it roll off me. Like unless
that's not ideal. You care about some stuff.
Oh yes, I do. But I mean, like when it comes to the online world, I'm cool as the other side of the pillow, baby.
All right.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. But oh yeah, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Everybody cares.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people care. Don't let anybody out here in these streets that are online in some drama or crying behind the screens. Like, I've seen it. Like, people are little babies out here.
Everybody, but that's part of the line between complaining and exposing or commentating and then being a baby is very thin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very thin line. One that I'm sure I've tiptoed over many times because it's impossible not to. Just like I have talked about this a million times over the years too. Hypocrisy. Holy God, hypocrisy is rampant. And it's almost understandable because of how much shit we talk about how much stuff we do on a daily friggin' basis.
I do have a question though. Why do you think this community though treat women like shit?
Oh,
like,
God.
for real, that's a real question. Why is it that I feel like this community, I even hate to say this community because I feel like you're as good as your last video or your last few videos.
Janet Jackson mentality for sure.
Yeah, that's how I truly feel like. But it just seems to be the case in this little area on YouTube where it seems like the no women are allowed club because I feel like, okay, I'm going to ask you this, but I also feel like it's because, in my opinion, my deepest take is women don't treat these men right in real life. So then they act out. they act out, whether it's due to physical appearance, whether it's due to their attitude, whether it's due to anything, women don't treat them right. And so they come online, form a club, and no women are allowed. And the women that are allowed, they get treated like absolute shit. That's
so what
my
about
theory.
like anomaly places like mine where I have a very large woman demographic? I got a pretty big woman
Well,
demo.
you're nicer.
Oh, okay.
You're
Is it that
nice.
simple? I'm nice?
Yes,
Oh.
you're nice.
Well,
And you hear people out. You don't pretend to hear people out. And you don't, you know what I mean? Like you, at least I think That's what you do.
I got her fooled. No, I know what you mean. I don't know. Without specific examples.
Wait, do you think?
No, I think that
women get treated.
I think some women do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there is an archetype of woman that definitely draws the ire of people. I think women who are overly emotional, who act a little impulsively, that tends to draw people's ire, or at least draw attention. And then if you're the type that is in the fire, if you don't have a problem with going back and forth and responding, then you just checked another block. And then how far you're willing to go. It doesn't take long for that judgment to be made, but I think that there is a pretty standard archetype. I don't know if there's I'll say that there's not a blanket hatred against all women in the community. I don't believe it. I don't see it. I think there's enough women who have do I think it's slower? Yeah, I think it took longer for women to come into commentary, at least into this specific group. I think it did it was a little bit of a boys' club for a while. Does just seem to be the way of the landscape when it comes to anything in entertainment. I'm not excusing it. It just that tends to be the case. But now I think we got a lot of female creators on the internet at large. I think some of the most, not just in our community, but outside of it, we're seeing more and more women who are topping the charts.
They like take the disrespect because that comes with it. You know, it's just so annoying. Like,
well, why would you want to be in commentary if you can't take it and sling it back? You know, that's part of it too.
Well, because you can take it, but it doesn't have to be like.
If you're not going to be sensitive, this is the place for you. Like if you can be on the camera and not take things too seriously and can check those spurg moments from happening, you can clang and bang with anybody. You can have the benefit of the doubt to say awful things with a smile on your face. Mm-hmm. Because you've earned that currency, you know, like because nobody's going to take what you're saying seriously or think that you're being spurgy or you're being butthurt about it. Because this is a shark pool. When people start sensing blood in the water or fear or that you're feeling sensitive, they're going to jump, they're going to pounce, and they're just going to, it's basic mindset, but it's very true here. It's high school mentality and they're piranha. They love the blood. They love the chaos.
High school mentality. Got it.
It is. A lot of the current community I know there's offshoots from a lot of others that broke up over the years, like the Red Bar communities, like the Ethan Ralphs, the Blood Sports.
Don't know any of these people.
It's better that you don't. It's all train wreckies. It's pretty much the worst of the worst. But it's not even that the audience members are necessarily bad. It's when they get in groups and then you could see the hashtags and the fucking and the spams and all the awful stuff because it's easier to do it en masse because who's going to notice one more in the crowd? So if people want to be assholes to be funny, it's just a little bit easier to do so. But we'll get people from those communities. Then that's what we've seen. We have all these different walks of life, people who are kind of more extreme with it in that type of stuff. So I think that's part of it too. I don't know. But if you can dish it out and take it, I think that you can last in here and just say what you want. But if they think you're taking it seriously, they're gonna try to expose it. It sucks, but sometimes you gotta be steel hot.
Well,
do you feel you've been emotional? Do you feel like do you think I'm putting you in that archetype?
No, I think in the past, I'm just trying to think the last time I was emotional.
Well, I'm not saying you. I'm saying that's the archetype. But do you think you've been given a fair shake? Do you feel like you can talk about things you want to talk about without being dogpiled on?
Like, I mean, look, I'm known also as the person that thinks everybody's racist. So, like, the reality is like, at the end of the day, if you look at all these communities, these small groups of people in the YouTube space universe, I do think this community can be problematic. I don't know. I think it cultivates at times. It can cultivate a group. It can make a group of people feel safe, even if they're just joking, to put in that hard, GER word. You know what I mean?
To be edgier.
Yeah, to be, and it opens the door to that. And, people, and I understand the joke is like, oh, that person's getting so sensitive about it, so let's joke about it even more, even if we're not racist, which to me just makes.
Do you feel
you
get
worse,
put in an unfair position because, like, if you look at any situation, if that word gets yelled out in public, you're gonna have people who are gonna act emotionally, probably physically emotionally.
Yeah, like half of these people wouldn't say, what they put into the chat.
But it's
not this chat.
It would be totally acceptable for somebody in real life to have an emotional reaction to that word, right? So do you feel that there is too much of a reaction to when people have any sort of reaction to what they feel is racism? Like, you as a black woman, if you say something about it, do you feel you're going to like catch more ire in this community? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, of course. Because I've seen, and I'm just going to use Paige as an example. I've seen anytime there's like an outs, and when you look at comments and stuff, it never misses a racist comment, and they're a racist, or especially, or I've seen like, in November, I've seen like people post like monkey photos and like, and I'm like, but you guys are the first ones to be like, oh, here goes that black girl again, rooting out racism. But yet when shit hits the fan, that's the first thing that I get attacked with. So all I'm saying is that I'm obviously guilty of a lot of things. Just argue with me on those things, Like, there's no need to argue with me on those things. I'm guilty of a lot of things. I've done a lot of horrible things. I've said a lot of horrible things. And just talk to me about those horrible things.
I did notice that it didn't take long for all those, like, for to go back and start going into some of the things. Here, Blossom did this. Let me tell you about everything else she did. I was like, I get that's the game. Like, that's why I didn't get too mad about people covering the stories.
But that's totally fine. That's fine, because I'm Blossom.
You've been covered a million times.
And it's fine. I did those things. Like, I'm guilty as can be. Like, definitely talk about those things. Continue to talk about those things. I don't care. But it's, the other stuff. So, yeah.
Man, it's gonna be fun to just be able to whatever's going on, because there is some stuff that's been going on lately. There's been some things that's been happening, obviously, with some former co-hosts and everything. So it's gonna be fun to have a place to be able to just talk about stuff.
Former co-host too.
Well, River and everything that's going on with that situation currently.
What's going on with River? What's going on with Riveter?
And D-Max and everybody, like the kind of what I was alluding to earlier, just where nobody seems to be having fun anymore.
But what's going on with Riveter?
Well, Riveter left. Riveter left the community. D-Max, I guess they all left the community.
What does that mean? Like, that's another thing. When people leave communities, I don't understand, because.
Well, I technically just did for a few months too. I mean, by some definition, I just took a break and left, whatever. I mean, I did stuff on Twitch, but I just kind of stuck to myself and got my head right or whatever. It definitely happens.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, we don't want you in this community, and I'm like, but like, okay, but if I made a video, which I didn't,
right?
But if I made a video, if I took the time to sit down and actually make a video, and it turns out to be good, then it doesn't matter, right? Like, none of it really matters. I'm so over this, like.
So you feel like you don't really have too much of a shot, like the well is poisoned permanently type thing?
No, I mean, the whole community thing, it don't matter, because to me, if you come out with a really good video, then the shit don't matter. Okay?
Oh, right. If it slaps, it slaps. Yeah.
Or if it's a success, it's a success. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't matter. To me, it's just...
Well, people leave the community all the time. Like, I mean, most famously last year, the whole tipster incident where he left, and shunning. Now that's the thing. I think since tipster, and that wasn't even the first time something like that had happened, essentially. But when it happened like that, nobody wants to be tipster. Nobody wants to be the person who turns their back on their buddies and all that type of stuff. Nobody wants to be looked at that way. So they'd rather just move away before that even becomes a freaking thing, I guess. I don't know what the thought process is now, because your best bet is always to stick it out. Like Tommy has said, I've said over the years, no matter the situation that you're in, take your time, but keep going.
And I hate to quote Trisha Paytas, but I'm gonna quote Trisha Paytas here. Trisha Paytas says the only person that could cancel you is you. And look, we've seen Trisha Paytas banging podcasts right now, doing the damn thing. So
Trisha Paytas cancels and uncancels herself all the time.
No, but it's very true. It's true.
The only person that's ever really canceled themselves like successfully is Jenna Marbles. That's it. Like Jenna Marbles said, all right, you guys wait, I leave. And I don't even know what she's doing. I know she's still doing things. I know she's still successful, but she left and never looked back. I always thought she'd come back because how can you continue to make money outside of almighty YouTube? My God. But it's, I agree with that. I've never been a big fan of the whole cancellation mindset because what does it even mean? It's like, what, are you going to take my internet card?
And what I have noticed is that like a lot of people, it seems to be will like they'll get on their platform and they'll be like, oh haha, like they'll do their commentary, right? But then the moment they F up or whatever, and I'm not really talking about a specific person, to be honest with you, I just seen this pattern of a lot of people they do a commentary on a video and for whatever they said, they get canceled for, but then they can't take the commentary. The same thing that they did to other people. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, I see that a lot.
It's reaction. I mean, like, that's the thing that'll always get you is how you react and respond to a situation. And you can always even have one or two, but you can't keep them going because those videos ain't going to stop. Those videos are not going to stop. If you just look at our situation, how many videos were made just on that? And if you keep giving, they keep making. And that's just like, that's 101. The less you care, the less they end up caring because guess what? Someone else is about to do something stupid. So that's what I see over and over. It's like, you can't react to it too much. Keep making your shit, keep moving. Keep them moving. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Best thing you can do. Let's see what's going on with the chat there. Trippy Savage, and that's why we can't TDP offline. Good Lord. Specifically, how are you two, David? Doing really good, Nerdy John. We're doing really good. Congratulations on almost 2,000 subs for you, John. Nerdy John, the biggest recipient of the black hole that's going on in the commentary where nobody has anything to watch. John's growing. That's how bad shit's gotten. Love you, Johnny. What's going on in your phone there? Anything interesting? Anything exciting?
No, I don't think. I think have we talked about everything? I think we have.
Pretty much. I mean, is there anything that like is there anything that didn't sit well with you? Like, we're back, we're doing the show here. I'm happy to be, throwing stuff back out just on all platforms again, where I'm having time to be able to do it. So it's.
Oh, you know what? This is so irrelevant, but I couldn't. Okay, so I meant to do a public apology to Jen Gerard.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I tried to contact her privately, but I was having difficulties doing that. So I went to publicly apologize to Jen Gerard because, and it was, long story short.
Yeah, who's Jen Gerard?
Okay, yeah. So I was reacting to a Nick and Dustin video, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, you think it's karma that their cats died?" And they almost died and yada yada. And
the situation that started it all.
yeah. And her house burned down. But I took her out of the chat because I was really arguing with like Nick and Dustin. And I just felt bad about the whole situation. But I do apologize to her because I wanted her to know that it was never like, I'm not laughing about your home being burned down, your animals. I'm not laughing about that. So I do apologize. And I do apologize for taking you out of that chat. But it just, even though it was your house that burned down, I didn't want the focus to be you because I knew it was so yeah, it wasn't really, I understand it's so hard to say it wasn't about you, even though it was your house that burned down. So anyways, I do apologize for that. But
Rune Leon, yeah. You think that I'm afraid to 1v1 you in WWE 2K24? Oh, buddy, I will take you down to Funky Town.
What?
Sorry, I'm being slandered in the chat by Rune Leon. He thinks he can take me in WWE 2K24. Get me now, because I'm gonna be get me now, because I'm the worst I'm gonna be, sucker.
See, I wish I could be like a video game girly.
You've never been a big video game person? Have you ever played video games?
I have when I was younger. I'm just like not.
Is there anything that could get you into it? Do you think you'd like VR or like Wii type stuff? Movement based? Or would that just get you for about 5 minutes, then you get tired and put it down like I did?
I don't know. I'm just not like a video game person.
But like TikTok is like a video game. You swipe up, you swipe up.
Okay, no, it is not. TikTok is not a video game. TikTok is not a video game. It's... I did used to like the fighting games.
What type of fighting game?
I don't know, like fighting
Mortal Kombat?
games. No, like where you fight each other like in the ring type of thing. But not boxing though. Not boxing.
Like wrestling?
I don't know.
Like WWE 2K24?
Not boxing, but like
it's wrestling. You should play WWE 2K24.
I just remember hitting the kick button a lot.
Oh, that sounds like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
And then
Hadouken.
Or Sega. I loved like the little games where you like would blow it and then put it in and then.
What games are you blowing? That sounds like something on the Sega Saturn, something from friggin' Night Trap or something like that.
No, it's pretty old, but we still have it, and it's where
the original cartridges.
It's downstairs, yeah. And
yeah, but see, I know that you're not really body. You know why?
Why?
Because if you do just, what are you doing? You're getting spit all up in there. So the OG way to do it, you put your shirt over the cartridge and you blow through your shirt. That gets all the spit out, so you don't put it in the cartridge. That's OG stuff right there. NES, baby! I had the original. I had them all. I was playing Atari in a basement. What?
And then also the most I know is Pac-Man, too. That's it.
You want to get like a Pac-Man machine?
No.
We should get a Pac-Man machine. Do you want to try gaming with me? You should game with me.
I don't know how to use the buttons. I don't know how to use any of it. No. What if I get dizzy?
Well, that takes some Dramamine.
That's another thing. I don't understand how people play video games for a very long time. Like I would get so dizzy.
I used to do routinely, like not even kidding, 12-hour streams, probably 5 days a week. You just you get up every hour. You dance. You move around. You have some fun. You eat. You drink. You be merry. You just don't. If you sit, well, then you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. You're gonna die. Sitting is silently killing you. It's terrible. You got to get up and move, man, because everything starts falling asleep. Oh, it's not good. But I miss those marathon streams. I've been getting some good hours in lately. I'm playing 3 games right now. So let me give you guys the new rundown of what you're going to see here on Dead on Dave. And then, of course, if you have anything that you would like to talk about, what you got going on, because
I don't have anything going on.
You got stuff going on. But we're going to be going 6 days a week here. So Sunday, you're going to get Reconcilable Differences. Me and Blossom talking about all the things that's going on that maybe you should look at for different perspectives and find ways to reconcile about them. There you go. See, like wordplay. And then starting Mondays, we're going to open.
hold on. Can you leave topics too that you'd want us to talk about? Because then I can look into the topics and actually watch the videos. I try to watch that.
That's new here.
I try.
Someone's going to actually know about what's happening because I didn't watch
no,
shit.
I tried. Well, I was going to end up talking about Tommy C had done a video, but it was like 3 hours long and no one asked for like
Which
no
one? The recent one with the D-Max thing?
Yeah. It was. I only got like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, if no one's asking, I'm not watching. So that's pretty much it for that. But like, if someone's like, oh hey, you know, I want to hear your opinions on this, and I'll sit and watch a 3-hour video. Not that. Please don't ask that. But another video.
You know what you're going to get now. You can't ask them not to ask you something. It's the first thing they're going to ask you.
But anyways, yeah, I would be open to doing that.
But we will be taking requests on that type of stuff. We're just kind of here to grip it and rip it and talk about most things. We've been enjoying finding the opposite sides of arguments and kind of hashing them out. It's kind of how this.
Oh no, that camera would have never
worked. Is that dying?
No, that's the camera. That's the Canon.
Oh, the Canon.
That would have never worked.
Yeah, we got like 50 cameras sitting around trying to figure.
And that's charged right now too, so that Canon would have gone because it's still
But there you go. What was I saying?
I don't know. We have a lot of things going on.
Yes, starting Monday, I will be doing that. We're gonna open the week with a show, close the week with a show. Monday and Friday, you're gonna get some sort of topic-based things, wrestling, anything else that's on my mind. I'll probably be doing mostly solo shows. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days of gaming back to back to back. You're going to get 1 day of Pal World, 1 day of Undisputed, and 1 day of WWE 2K24. So all the day you can handle, and I'm excited for it. So, but no, I am so excited to be doing this show with you and talking about this stuff because it's fun.
So we're going to brag a little bit.
Oh, you bragging?
Just a little bit about our other project. Yeah. It's okay now.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. So we have... All right, so I actually started Instagram a while ago, and it's came to be like a meme page.
It had a little success.
Yeah, a little success, and now that meme page is now called the Rude Customers Podcast. So we've had that going on for quite some time.
Quite a while, yeah.
40 episodes. And we have over 70,000 followers on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are killing and doing the damn thing.
Doing it.
And so if
we've been on a little break, but you can find us there.
Yeah, because I had my thyroidectomy, so I had surgery. So yeah, starting tomorrow, we should be back with the podcast again. Season 2. I know, it's funny. We did 40 episodes, and now we're calling it season 2 because of a new set.
The break was long enough, and we got a set, so it's like we got to call it something, which I've been very excited about. And that was the funny thing too. It's like because. Part of the reason, and I'm sure, I don't know if anyone is going to have anything to say about it, but part of the reason why we decided not to say anything until now about anything is because, one, that was some of the advice that people were saying out there. If you guys do get back together, just shut the fuck up. That wasn't even part of it was just made more sense to kind of just do our thing. But that was the funny part is because we've been doing these shows in the morning every day, and we have a YouTube channel.
Right.
It's like, it's really, really funny because it just kind of shows you how big the internet is, like, and how little it really does matter.
I know it's funny because we were like, no one found. Well, I don't know if no one.
Pretty much, as far as I know, like, and we were growing.
No, because you logged into the TikTok on using your phone number. I kept telling him when you log into, guys. The extreme
she knows how to be incognito. I know.
Yes, the extreme I went out and purchased another phone line, so that way he can log into TikTok using this phone line, and he logs into his phone. I was like, it's over. Like, great. Like, it's over. Like,
and it was really funny because we've been crushing. We're doing pretty good. We've been getting decent views on there. Like for a new channel that doesn't get, and we guys know as small channels don't draw dick. So to get some of the views that we were getting on some of these, I was like, hell yeah. And we were doing it without advertising any of it, which was really damn funny. But the whole time, she's like, you ruined it. You already ruined it. You signed it. But it was funny because the whole thing has just been, it wasn't even about it was just easier. Just put your head down and grind away and see what happens. And then I kind of got a little competitive with myself. I'm like, well, can I start a new channel and grow from scratch? Because I've kept this channel since 2014. Everything I do tends to flow back through this channel. So to start something new channels, new YouTubes, new TikToks and things like that, and just kind of having fun with different form content, it's really challenged me on a different level. It's allowed me to have a lot of fun. I've been focusing on voice work and all these different ring announcing things. I've really just been kind of throwing everything. I'm having the time of my freaking life doing it. So, and then being able to do this show at the end of the week, just be able to unwind. We're going to be toasting with either wine or chili. We're not sure which one will be the...
Maybe the chili's easier since it's right
Chili's
here.
always easier.
But consistency is the key.
Yeah, absolutely. Kangaloope with $4.99. Glad to see you happy, Dave. Rocking and rolling, rocking in the rhythm bar brand. It's called Rude Customers Podcast, or Official Rude Customers Podcast. You can find us pretty much anywhere. Go check us out, see all the cool things. Where every morning you're gonna have something.
Well, it's Monday through Fridays.
Yeah, sometime throughout the day.
Yeah, so sometime throughout the day, but yeah, it's Monday through Fridays, and we'll be back tomorrow with it. So
yeah, lots of fun to be had there. So, do we have anything else that you want to hit on before we get out? We did what, an hour? Nice solid hour there.
I don't know. Did I cover everything? Because I don't want to talk about anything else after today.
So, from that whole situation,
yeah, like I feel like there's nothing else.
Was there anything that lingered that stuck in your craw?
No. Why do I feel like I have that feeling of, oh my gosh, I was going to say this, that, and that. And now I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything that I want to say.
Yeah, that's how it always works.
Yeah.
And then there'll have to be a part two. It's like,
there's not going to be a part two.
I really thought. That's why we were good. Well, you want to try to take some calls?
We can, but I don't know what anyone will have to ask me. I think I answered everything.
Hey, there's the $4.99 from Kangaloope. I'm going to jump into my waiting to call. Excuse me. It's been so long. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go.
No wonder your gaming streams are so short.
Yeah, I know, right? Who said that? Hey, calm down. I didn't catch that first. Yeah, if you guys notice some of the content's been a little bit shorter, yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. But I'm in there. If you want to jump into waiting to call or priority waiting to call, if you're a mush puff, we'll take quick call, question, comment, concern, hope, dream, quick quote, like, love, or whatever else you might have. Now is the time. Last chance for romance.
I know. Last chance for me to be as honest as you'd like me to be.
Honest conversation, live and in the flesh. If you have any questions on anything, I guess I was surprised, because we could have just kept on keeping on, but it's fun.
You know what it was though? So when we were doing the podcast, there were stories that I was like, we should do. Like I would want to be talking about drama sometimes during the Rude Customers podcast, like we just, and I think this is the perfect.
So you just need a place to be able to.
Not that I don't have my own channel, but
yeah, right.
Still.
No, it's fun to be, because you and I, we talk about this stuff, and we do tend to be on opposite sides of things. And I think it just kind of hit us one day that we have a lot of fun disagreeing.
Yeah.
If we can not take it too seriously and just kind of enjoy each other's disagreements, we can really have a lot of fun with this show.
I would want you to be more like there would be a topic and you just gloss over it.
Like what? Oh, you want to deep? You're talking in general.
In general.
That's how I get away with what I do.
No, some topics really do take up 3 hours.
Well, we can deep dive some stuff.
I would love to just sit and deep dive into a topic
and
not gloss over it and be like, oh yeah, that person did this. Okay, let's move on. No, but they did so much more. This is what they did.
Well, this show could be that. I have no problem with that. But Dead on Dave Live historically has always been, you get them in, get them out.
But this is one night a week.
Yeah, exactly. This is different. This isn't Dead on Dave Live.
This is okay, Dead on Dave, but this is
What's up, Xantha baby? Thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. And I'll deep dive. Look, I can prepare. I can prep. I can take notes. You don't want me deep dive. I'm Mr. Obsessive. I'll find all kinds of stuff. And usually I have flights of fancies. It'll be very entertaining. I'm going to get us in trouble. Yep. I'm going to start being like for some reason, I was going to start making fun of Aaron Rodgers. I was going to take the opportunity. I don't know why. Thank you, Fairy Floss, for the subscribe there. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for giving us some subs over on the new channel as well. Appreciate you. Dave hasn't taken notes in like 7 years. No, he's right. Notes? Copious amounts of notes? No, that's a gimmick. Grip it and rip it.
Yeah, so if you guys have a topic, if there's something going on in the community, in the community, shoot.
Well, how about that? I got something for you. So what is anything that you just kind of want to get out that maybe you're worried that we didn't hit on, that you don't want to go past today? Is there anything you're tired of hearing about? Is there any of the criticisms, any of the things that you've gone through, any of the things that you've done, any of the topics that you've heard over and over that you want to correct on, that you want to just get your final say on? You've had a couple of interesting incidents.
What were my interesting incidents?
Oh God, way to ping pong it back to me there, lady.
What was my interesting incident?
Well, I mean, I think the most famous, you have a famous one. You got a pretty famous one.
The Gabby Day Hannah. Oh gosh. I think my biggest fault is that I expect that was, by the way, y'all, that was like 3 months of coming on YouTube. Like, never watched a YouTube video for real. No, that was like 3 months coming in, and it was crazy because it was like 20,000 people watching a stream. It was insane. Like, it was insane. But
it's intoxicating. Yeah, like you don't even know what to do at that point.
But what happened? Oh, okay. So
what did I say?
No. Okay, so when I said that, Gabby, mind you, this was during a live. I was like, Gabby Hannah wishes that she was R-worded. Yeah. And I forgot. Oh, no. Yellow dollar sign over here. Yeah. Gabby Hannah wishes that she was raped.
No, you don't have to say rape.
And then, so basically.
R-word was fine. It's what? Rape. No, that wasn't necessary. Like, what the shit?
Why did you just do that then?
Well, we're through the looking glass now, Alice. I've been good.
Anyways,
I've been so good.
I thought people would, like, obviously, what got me was I've saw so many, like, horrible people, and I'm like, really? This really was the breaking point for you? Like, no, what I was saying is that Gabby was jealous of Jesse during that time. And is that any better? Of course not. That's not any better. But I'm like, really? You guys, I mean, not you guys, but like
anybody has this.
I was like, really? Like, but then my mistake was that I expected people to, like, but you know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean.
Like,
you know what I mean. Yeah. And so that was like the biggest one. Shit, that didn't go away for a bit. But it was insane too, because it was that first time where I was like commenting on people, and I didn't know how to receive the hate. That was the first time. But
that'll give you a freaking crash course right there.
Oh, for sure. It was insane. And then
what's your Insta topic? I mean, so how it works, part of why we're doing this too is like it's a unique perspective. You know, I can answer some of the questions like you just brought up of like why certain things will catch the eye. Like when you say something like that, that's a topic, you know, especially when the person will react to it, or, you know, it's a big enough person, especially her. Gabby Hannah's had so many things over the years. So that's a hot button one. That's one of the 5 or 6 that, you know, in this world, in the drama world, that's always going to get play.
It was crazy.
It's always going to get play.
During that time, it was pretty crazy, but also I don't want to be like, I don't regret it. I really do wish I would have reworded that differently, but
sure.
At the same time, after that,
It's my burger.
Anyone can hit me with anything. Like after that it was like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, you're bulletproof.
After that, it was like I called a group of people a cult. I was like, after that, I was like, so after that, it was, you know, that's the only good thing that came out of it for me was after that. I didn't care.
Really didn't matter anymore.
Calling people racist, you know, calling group of people. Like after that, I just did not care anymore. So, there you go.
Let me ask you this: when you do end up finding something you find racist and decide to call it out, what do you want to happen? What do you hope happens when you make a comment about when you call out racism?
It's not really what I hope to happen. Just don't sit like a little bitch when you get called that you are one. Oh no, I'm not. Just don't hide behind it.
But do you want to have discussions? Like, do you when you put it out there for people, whether it's vague or if it's direct? Do you want to have a confrontation?
It depends on the person. It depends on the motivation. Because sometimes people say stuff, but they don't really like. It depends if they really mean it. You know what I mean?
But how do you determine that? Like, how do you? Because it's different for everybody.
Because
so
if I'm sitting there watching like an hour-long stream and this person is defending the reason why they're not in this hour-long stream, I'm like, oh, this person really wants to have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just depends on their points. If it's just like,
does it matter how much you know the person? Do you feel you'd be more inclined to talk to somebody that you might know a little bit longer, opposed to somebody that you just found who said something stupid, or is it
doesn't matter
because you
how
just
long
met
I know
them?
the person. No, it doesn't matter.
Does it make it easier to find what you feel their motivations are the longer you've known them?
The longer? What do you mean the longer?
Like if you've been watching a streamer for a while, for instance, like 6-7 months, never really had an incident, but then they say something. You can have that choice of the 7 months that you've been watching them to then, okay, these are 7 months clean. I've never seen anything like this. Is this incident a one-off or is there something deeper? You can make that decision in your head because you have those 7 months. You can't make that decision off of 7 minutes, for instance. Like if you've been watching a streamer for 7 minutes and he says something stupid. Yeah, he has one incident in 7 minutes, but he also only has one incident in only 7 minutes. You don't know anything else about that person, so it's hard to judge.
Yeah, I think there's different layers to the situation, but I mean, if you say something that's racist, it's racist, right?
Yeah, I mean the words themselves, it's kind of hard to argue against what is.
It's really, that's why like I need like an actual situation because it's different. It's, you know.
That's
like,
fair. That's fair. I'm just kind of
giving me scenarios, but I don't know, like.
Well, no, it's more of just mindset exercise than anything else. It's kind of just like looking at what's the because it's not easy. It's not just about racism too. It's really about anything serious, you know, because when you're joking about something, it's very easy to talk about it frivolously, right? But when you make an accusation towards somebody or you have a conversation with somebody about something that's heavy, you're typically looking to gain something from it, whether it's making yourself feel better so you can either continue to watch that person or just kind of not feel like they're trash or get confirmation that they are trash. And then
I
go to
just
the next
know
step.
what motivates me at this point is when I see people online who cry about, oh, no, I'm not. But then you sit there and your behaviors illustrate that you are, or
Right.
you do, do things that make people call you that. It's not just out of the blue. You know what I mean? That's what irritates me when people are like, oh, I can't believe, of course she's just going to call everybody. Like, no, but you did that. You said that. You posted the photo of a monkey. Like you said all these things. You laughed and you did it like, but it's just like, and you're acting like this came out of nowhere. So those are the people that I get really annoyed with. I'm like, really?
So for you, it's kind of, it's no different than any other subject that you would call out.
I'm saying just own it. If you are, just own it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go to the Thunderdome.
I'm like, oh, okay. Because people say they are. What are you going to say? Oh, no, you're not. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it. I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's my point. That's my whole point. It's like when you make an accusation, especially in this community, you almost know the reaction you're going to get because we're all, for the most part, comedians. You know, at least there's parts of comedy to almost every person's show. So do you ever worry that that's just the stonewall you're going to get? Udoka in the house. Are you ever worried that that's just the the reaction you're going to get, because how can you argue a negative? How can you argue something that you can't see? No one's a mind reader, all that type of stuff. It's difficult because people can always go to that.
Okay, when I said, hey, Udoka, I kind of cut you off a little bit. So I kind of forgot the point you're trying to make, but I can tell you I didn't agree with it. Whatever you're saying.
I forgot what I was trying to say either. I say a lot of words. Let's see, Abby, because the thing can be racist and the person saying it cannot be racist. Well, right. That's kind of what I mean. The words that somebody use that racist word, whether it's be the N word, or hell, whether it's a Jewish slur, whatever it is. To make the determination over if it's just a word or if it's being just a racist word being used by a person or a racist term being used by a racist person. Sometimes when you have a clip or you only have a few minutes of talking to somebody or knowing somebody, it's hard to make that distinction without having some sort of preconceived notion, like other people telling you stuff, hearing things, whatever. Maybe you don't know them, but you've heard stuff. Mm-hmm. It can be very easy to just go, yeah, that's freaking racist. Mm-hmm. What's the way to determine that?
Well, then I look at, who they surround themselves with. I look at, did they say this one thing or did they laugh at a bunch of things? So, it really depends on the person.
Well, you don't mind having conversations. Like,
no.
You've questioned me.
I don't mind having conversations.
And I don't mind, look, if I can understand the mindset, if you hear someone that you care about laughing about something that makes you uncomfortable, I can understand you coming to me and talking to me about it or talking to the person about it. It makes sense.
And obviously there's you've met my mom. Obviously there's humor and everything. So yes. I know how to take a joke. I know how to do those things. Like I said, you've met my mom. Your mom would be
a great YouTuber.
So
your mom would be an amazing YouTuber. But, holy hell. She'd put you guys to shame, bro. You don't even know. Your mom's funny.
But yeah, it just really depends on the person. But damn, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Is there anything you want to ask me? Is there any questions that you've been wanting to ask me about?
Well, the next question I asked you, that was like my big question, really.
Yeah, and you know what?
On live, too.
Yeah, you wanted to trap me live on the air with it. Well, what type of you pretty much knew the answer you were going to get out of it. It's only,
But I'm trying to think, is there any other questions I should ask you?
Ask anything you like.
Are you still friends with anybody?
I don't talk to anybody. But
is that because of me? Did I ruin that? Did I ruin your show?
I don't think you ruined my show.
That's a good question.
Holy hell, that's loaded.
Oh, that's a question. Yeah,
that's perspective.
If you guys also have questions, because I'm like, that was a really good question. Did I ruin your show? Am I the reason why you don't have a show anymore? Am I the reason why Riveter left? Am I the reason basically why you don't have your setup anymore Monday through Fridays or Monday through?
Well, I can give you some sort of an answer there. No, I don't think you are. No, and the reason for that is, so when the first incident happened back in March, April, back in early in the year, what people don't know is Riveter and I had already started talking about him starting to break away. And in fact, a couple of months prior, Riveter wanted to start focusing on more of his own things. Now, I don't know if relationships or if anything else had anything to do with it. I don't think so. I think Riveter definitely wanted to start doing more side projects, more solo. He dedicated a lot of time to the show, man. He really put together a lot of shows. He was there a lot. So I got it. I understood. And because I had 90 other co-hosts, I don't give a shit. Somebody else would step up. Nobody else stepped up. That was the thing. I had no other producer that really came in and was super consistent. I then really started having problems just giving a shit about shows. So then I kind of tried to supplement with things that I just liked, just like regular topics. People really weren't given too much because I've spent the last 2 years in, not necessarily just drama and commentary, but that was always, 3 times a week, you knew you were going to get Willie Mack or Nick or Augie, or I would just have something that there was something going on that we would talk about that was just right in the core of what people were watching. I understand with as long as I've been doing this, that the second I break away and do something else, I'm going to lose
You can
part
just
of that
say
audience.
yes. I'm the reason.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I really don't think that you're the reason.
Okay.
I don't. I don't blame you for it. And look, at the end of the day, everybody makes their own choices. I don't reach out to people. I am known for that. I am not a good fucking friend. I don't reach out. I don't hit the DMs. I don't ask anyone for favors. I don't like being indebted to people online. I don't really like it, which is really funny considering that it's so different to like real world mentality for me.
Doka said those friends were not good friends. Sorry, not sorry.
Look, at the end of the day, everybody's got to make decisions for themselves. If people left because they were uncomfortable with our relationship, no one expressed that to me. I can't say that was ever the reason that anyone ever gave me individually. We just stopped talking, like, and part of it was, I would assume after the second incident, maybe they didn't feel comfortable with like reaching out. Matt reached out a few times. I talked to him a little bit, but it was mostly just, I never felt like after that breakup that I was just going to come back and do regular shows again. Like I knew that after actually having something happen that affected my life, that I couldn't have the same fun in the way that I was. And that's on me. That's consistent with who I've ever been. If I'm not having fun with something, I'm simply not going to do it. I'm going to find something else.
I know one thing that I was criticized for, which is the walking on eggshell part, is that I wasn't a good girlfriend because I kept coming after Dave's friends. But with that being said, whether that's true or not, you can believe what you want to believe. That's fine. I didn't feel like, I don't know. I feel like to me, real friends, real ones, like Udoka in the chat, real ones, people who are like your friends. Like, I don't know. And so obviously we have two different opinions on what a friend is, and that's perfectly fine. But I just feel like you're such a really nice, loving person. You're like a nice marshmallow. You're a squishy marshmallow. And yeah, you're so sweet. And so I hope one day you really are able to have like, I want you to have like your friends, you know what I mean? Your friends that you can talk to at any time. You don't have to worry about so-and-so going back to so-and-so saying this and that and the other. Like, I love you so much, and I want you to have friends. Like, I want you to have people you can go to no matter what. I want you to have people that will still have your back no matter what.
I understand that. I think when it comes to online friends, especially, it's the best way that you can be a friend to somebody.
Online and offline.
Oh, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of friends.
Online and offline.
I know what you mean.
So yeah.
But I would specifically with the online, especially with people that you work with and you talk to and like do shows with, sometimes you feel like you are being the best friend you can be by not getting involved. And so I
hear you and I hear you like, protecting your friends. And that's fine. That's fine. But here you are, once again, your first response is to, okay, I'm going to say something to, protect these group of people and it's
just... It's not about protecting. It's just I'm understanding to a fault when it comes to all that type of stuff. Again, if I was the type of person that was in everybody's DMs and always checking on everybody and the super best friend, I'm not. I'm the guy, I'm like that on shows. You come on my show because that's how I have to be. That's my focus. You in the moment with me that's where I like. I don't like phone calls. I don't like DMs. I don't like it. It's impersonal. I want me in the moment talking about what we're caring about. That's just kind of where I jive with. I'm much better live than I am on the paper, as they say. So it was a rock and a hard place for a lot of people. That's not an excuse, because at the end of the day, I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. I'm still around. Everybody is still around, but the world doesn't stop for one person. We all keep going, better off. Maybe that's always some of the mindset as well. It's like, okay, give him time. He's going to come back. But that was on me too. I never really made my intentions clear what I was going to do. I said I was going to take a break. I didn't know what I needed to figure out what I wanted to do too. So definitely stayed away longer from doing regular shows than I thought I was going to. But I was also good with just going back to wrestling and having fun with things that didn't matter. You know, it's just a fun, easy time. For wrestling is actually good again too, so it's a lot of fun. But I've appreciated your concern when it comes to all that. I get it. I get it. Because you don't want to feel responsible for that either, you know.
No, but if I am responsible, then they were never your friends to begin with. That's my opinion. But anyways, people do want to see you also with drama. Like I could care. I mean, you do whatever that makes you happy with wrestling, but I think
you have called me the worst drama YouTuber.
You are, but
I've done nothing but try to convince this woman that I am not drama, bro. You know, like I'm just Dave, man. And like my definition of what I do sounds like bullshit.
But for some reason, it's still nice to see you cover drama.
She wants me to cover drama. Like I got out, and she pulls me back in. I thought I was out, but she pulled me back in. Yeah, well, I can't help it. I'm awesome at it. It's because of the way I cover it. People know when they're watching this channel, they're watching me, they're getting a different vibe. I'm not the one that's gonna hold people's foot to the fucking fire. I'm just not, man.
No, you're pretty chill.
I'm gonna call you a fucking asshole and keep it moving. That's just who I am. That's my vibe. And I like that we can call each other names here on the show too. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Dog's had enough drama or DGG's had enough drama for everybody. I missed the fun tent. We need the fun tent again. I thought personally that it was best to have you to do your thing, which is totally fair. You know, I mean, like I had a lot of people look out and just hit me up and say hi and all that type of stuff. But I was not going to be rushing back to doing content, you know, but I never really expressed that to people. So it's all good to me at the end of the day. Anything else that you have lingering in that mind of yours?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else, honestly.
The funny thing is we did hit everything that we wanted to talk about. We had a nice little idea of what we wanted to.
I cut off my hair.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It looks good though.
And it's regrowing back because I got a really bad perm, so it was really bad. And I got a hair transplant too.
Oh, we're talking about all the journeys now.
Yeah, I had a hair transplant. So that happened. And really now my hair is growing back. But yeah.
Looks great. Mm-hmm. It's looking real good.
It was worth it. It was either that or, yeah.
What was the alternative? What was the...
Because you know when you because I was like, okay, I'm going to get cosmetic surgery. So do you do the weight or do you do the hair? The weight or the hair? And I was like, well, I can try to lose the weight, but I can never get back the hair. So I might as well
let's
do
get
the
on
hair.
it. Yeah,
so,
do the hair because you got the motivational Dead on Dave.
That's true. I saw this thing on TikTok where you are going to know if someone lost weight from Ozempic or if they lost it the natural way, because the person who lost it the natural way, you will never stop hearing them talk about them losing the weight. They will talk about it every single day when they wake up. Oh my God, I lost the weight. I lost the weight. I lost the weight.
I feel like that's a shot.
Congratulations for you losing a lot of weight, but I've never heard the end of it. So no, but it's true. This TikTok is true though, because then for people who
I try to be helpful.
No, you are helpful, but I'm just saying the TikTok was accurate. That you're gonna know if someone either lost weight from Ozempic or naturally.
See, because that's just an old joke. Like, how do you know you're talking to a vegan? Don't worry, they'll tell you soon.
Oh. Well,
same thing. Well, you know what? I don't crow for a lot. See now, in the old Dead on Dave days, this shirt would be coming off. Tarps off, boys. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna have a little more restraint.
I mean, you have the other days of the week. This is just
Tarps off, boys. I'm proud of my weight loss. 300 pounds.
As you should be. You should be very proud of it.
I'm telling you, I can take you to boot camp.
No, I'm already. My back and everything hurts from CPR. I'm good.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
You're everything perfect hurts. The way you are.
Everything hurts. So.
Shit. So we're not going to have, we got a little bit of $5. Tell chat the amazing things that fake. Oh, God, real quick. So I've been playing the WWE 2K24. This is really, really cool. Fake, who I've known forever, you know. He's a graphic designer. He does all kinds of stuff for the channel. Well, he loves this game. He bought me the big fat daddy version of it, the best version. And now he's been going crazy. He actually imported me into the game. He asked me for a full body picture. And from that picture, this is the most lifelike, realistic avatar I've ever had of myself in any game. And I actually went to wrestling school for 2 weeks before I joined the military. This is true. I don't know if I told you this full story yet, but I did 2 weeks, All American Wrestling Academy in Las Vegas. And I was Dave Danger was going to be my persona. So he created Dave Danger, and in doing so, he put in all of my logos and graphics as signs in the crowd. All of my sayings.
Show us. Can you show us?
I don't have pictures, but you can come watch it or go look at the stream. But you know what he really did? It almost made me cry. He put RealTalk's Morning Light as my entrance music. So I'm watching the game, and then I hear RealTalk, you know, who my God, it's been 3 or 4 years now. Ugh, horrible. It was just a really cool moment. So it's been nice support from people with a game like that. Just it's a little. I've been around a long time, so to have some of those things, it's pretty cool. Dave looks buff. Yeah.
You look healthy.
I feel healthy. I feel good.
Yeah, thanks to the Wendy's.
Wendy's chili will help you feel better. Yeah, and you know what? That's the biggest crime here. Don't you ever feel bad about that?
You know what was so funny though? Before the Wendy's gate, we just went to a Wendy's sponsorship too. We were at BravoCon. Remember they had the Wendy's literally like a week prior. We were at like a Wendy's like sponsorship thing where they made us alcohol.
Wendy drinks.
Yeah, they came out like the Wendy models came out and everything was great.
That was awesome.
So yeah,
I'm gonna eat cold chili.
Need
some cold chili.
I need to warm up my chili now.
No, it's a little warm.
No,
a little bit.
You will eat cold pizza though.
I would.
So
give me one in the chat if you eat cold pizza.
A lot of people do.
Everybody does.
I have to have mine warmed up. Same thing as lobster rolls. They need
well,
to
you
be
gotta
hot.
Yeah.
Well, no, someone who I was working with yesterday was like, "No, we love cold lobster rolls." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, it doesn't hit right."
Run away from that person. Run away. All right. Do we have anything else you want to hit?
I think we're good. No one asked us any questions, so I think we're good.
Well, hopefully you guys will be joining us here every week. We're going to be just kind of going. If you have wanted, some of you have been asking, and I've been very cards close to the vest. If I'm going to be covering drama stuff, well, now you guys know. One day of the week, we'll be covering the drama. We'll be having all kinds of fun. Whatever is going on, you're going to be hearing about it right here on Reconcilable Differences.
Yeah.
Is there any other thing you want to plug? Where the people can find you and all that good stuff?
Here on Sundays.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, everybody in the chat. That's just about going to do it. No outro this week. Anything else? Final chance?
Every time you say final chance, I always feel like there should be more I should be saying.
There could be.
Man, I don't have much to say.
I definitely noticed that is not in focus.
Yeah, you know what? That camera's been on focus cancel. You know, have you seen that where it's been like when you press on it, it's like focus cancel? Because I don't know how to use the camera.
This looks so much better. This is not the good camera. Wait.
I mean, they're both really good cameras.
Well, they're both great cameras, but I
mean, one
very upset
was like $6,000 or $8,000, and then the other one was like $500. So we really would like, or $7,000. Right?
Well, with every 700. No, that was. The big, that was 35 and 25. The 25 for the lens.
No, it was 4 for the camera and then 25 for the lens.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a killer camera though.
And awesome. Yet that we always have problems with that one.
With connecting it, yeah. Yeah, we did sometimes.
Sucks.
The imaging edge. Ugh. Sony.
So Sony's great because we're using another Sony right now.
Give us a contract. Hook
But
us up, Sony.
I
What's
love
up?
Sony.
I don't mind them except when they don't connect right. Connectivity or
It kind of like defeats the purpose of getting like a nice camera if it doesn't.
well, for what it so we're kind of making it do something it's not its primary feature. Like
I get it's a cinema camera. I get that it's a cinema camera, but it's still supposed to. You're still supposed to be able to stream through it.
we are. It just looks like this.
No, I think it's because we don't.
Something's wrong.
Damn, I don't know what it is.
Because it wants to look good and then it just doesn't look good.
Huh.
Maybe it'll look better next time. Did I use a different cable or something? That's very possible. I don't know. But that'll do it.
I don't know this. Let's see. Can you do it again? Hold on.
You want me to? All right. They're saying it's the autofocus.
Oh.
It's on the mic arm. What do you mean it's on the mic arm? What do you mean? What? Oh, you're saying it's focusing on the mic arm.
Oh.
Oh, Christina Vina. She might be
Let's
onto
see.
something there. Well, I'm still focusing on the mic arm.
I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck it.
Okay.
It's fine. It'll be fine. No, what do you mean now? You're saying it was better now? Is it? Didn't get any better. You just made that up. It didn't get better. You lying liar face. What's wrong with you? All right. Okay. I think for realsies, we'll get out of here.
All right. I think for now we could probably use the wide angle for one of my cameras,
Oh,
and then we just
yeah.
don't use this one.
Yeah, we'll just use this for the morning. And just keep it. Yeah. Okay. That way we don't gotta switch that back and forth. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay. There you go. No saying the mic is super clear. You know, I'm gonna punch you in the head. Punch you in the head. All right. Thank you guys for joining us right here on the first Reconcilable Difference. We'll see you next Sunday. Go check out everything she's doing, I'm doing, we're doing. We'll see you next Sunday. No outro this week. There will be one next week. Bye-bye.